The recording has begun. The recording has begun.
Good evening, Andy.
Good evening, Leon.
Can't get me mic.
Should I get my professional thing out again?
Which professional thing? No.
About what we do? What?
No, rubbish.
No, oh, okay.
Not worth it.
Season 3, episode 21. It's nice to see you back.
Nice to see you. See my back.
Yeah, I prefer you back to your front.
Yeah, double like that. How's your week been, my friend?
It's been alright. Well, how's your week been? I'm more concerned about you.
I've had a steady
How
week.
have you been?
We're trying to start off with the congratulations to one of our friends that got married this week. So, Mr. and Mrs. Wilson.
Did you get married this week?
We didn't get married this week, but...
I'm being pedantic, aren't I?
Well, yeah, because you're an ass.
We celebrated his wedding this
We
week.
did. We went for a night out on Saturday night, which was a lovely night out. It was nice to see people I ain't seen for ages. I mean, you've seen them recently because you went to India with me and I get invited, but I ain't seen them for a long time.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. It was nice. I thought it was just a nice group.
Yeah, it was like, you know, having some weddings and you're like in there like a cattle market and you're like, you can barely move, can't get to the bar. And it was just nice that there was a nice amount of people, yet you could, like I said, get to the bar, you could chat, you could socialise. The dance floor had people moving around on it. I was like, you know, this is quite nice. And Joe played as well, which is quite like see Joe in the wild.
And it was about 75% of them, I reckon, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Not really well, but just nice to just go, I don't know, you've seen the fridge, and
Yeah.
just have a catch up. That's a nice do, isn't it?
Yeah,
Just great atmosphere, great people. Yeah.
Yeah. And congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Wilson.
And we had a fair few drinky boos.
Yeah. You got me a gin. I can't get on with gin.
You really? I didn't realise that. You really struggle with that, didn't you?
Yeah, it tastes like grass. It tastes like grass. Like, I don't know why, but gin to me, gin lemonade, I might as well be licking, do you know dew on the grass? Not a dew on the grass. Dew in the morning on the grass. I'm not, hey, you, get off my grass. Is that racist? I don't know if that's racist or not.
Let me lick you.
I'll take that back.
You be licking him or the grass?
But to me, it tastes like fresh cut grass to me. I can't get on with it. Yeah, I can't get on with it. I don't know what it is.
It was one of them where I think I got to a certain point in the night and I'm like, I'll just order something else.
Yeah, you got me a vodka pineapple thing. That was beautiful. You got me a rum and coke. That was beautiful.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
The gin I just couldn't do.
Yeah, just.
But I tell you what, I like Moretti on tap.
I'm not a big fan.
It was awful in there. It tasted like sort of rubbed the arse around glass. It was like a fusty weird. That was you. I was like, what is going on here?
I was like, have you seen that? I saw it on something the other day. Oh, it's on Dumb and Dumber. You seen Dumb and Dumber where they scratches their ass and goes, want to get a free drink? So they go around bar, empty all these drinks into one glass, and they won't give him a free drink. So scratches his ass on thing and goes to person like, here, smell it. The glass smells horrible. And they're sniffing his fingers. And Lloyd, what's the other one?
Harry.
So Harry just holds a glass and gives it fingers. It's a great clip. Great. That's what I did.
That's got to be Dumb and Dumber 2, I think. I've not seen.
Yeah, second one. Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber. That's what they call us, isn't it?
It's just something not to our face.
But I don't know. Some do to my face.
Some do. I'm not bothered.
Nah.
Which one would you be?
I'd be Harry.
I'd be Dumberer.
Dumberer.
Definitely Dumberer.
Yeah.
What else you done this week?
We had cricket Friday night, so we travelled away to Wakefield. Long trek for a game. Kids played well. We won the match.
Did you wake your minds?
No, I didn't. And then on Sunday, we had a cricket tournament.
How was that on Sunday after Saturday night?
I was fine. Honestly, I was not hammered. I did enough to drink, but I got up in a state that I could walk, I could drive a car functionally out, I could get the kids ready. I've got to pack up together because I got up and went to work, so I got to pack up ready. I got myself washed, my teeth brushed. I was fine.
Well done.
I was focused.
Done your hair?
I was brushed it right out. I was functioning. I wish I hadn't done my hair. So the night before, I shaved my hair at dinner. It was freezing. My ears were cold. My head was hurting. I had to put my hood up. It was that cold.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah.
First world problems.
Yeah.
Oh, diddles.
Didn't have a hoodie, hat in the car. I normally do. But...
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
And then that's been it really. Busy weekend, but
do you think? Because I moaned a little bit on Sunday, and I just don't think that helped. I did eventually get up and get out.
Yeah, I always say, now, this is advice you give me. This sound advice. The more you sit feeling sorry for yourself after being hungover, you just feel worse.
Yeah.
Whereas get up, get out, get yourself moving. You seem to feel better anyway. You feel groggy. You don't appreciate doing it at the time, but
yeah, absolutely. You need to get up, get some fresh air.
I'll get back on it.
Get back on it.
I couldn't do that cricket though. I'm not allowed. Don't know.
Like kids.
Yes, especially when I'm driving the car. let's have a beer. No, Dad, not allowed.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might spill it.
Yeah. No, you're driving, lad.
Here, Noah, hold this.
Well, what I normally say is, right, no, you're on pedals, if you're on steering.
Yeah.
The less likely to pull over. So no behind wheel, they'll be like, no chance. Whereas Ava looks sensible.
Yeah, big time.
So, yeah, I just sit, sleeping, passenger seat. The people out there that's listening to this probably believe I do that.
You mean you don't?
Oh, what?
I know you do.
How's your week been, mate?
I've had a pretty average week, if I'm honest.
It's not Harvard. Average had an exciting week.
It's been... But my biggest thing this week was my MOT's due on my car. So
Oh,
what
that's
do you
not
do
good.
when your MOT's due? You need to make sure things are right, don't you?
Yeah, take him to service.
And I know, well, no, that's it. I know I need 2 new front tyres. Tyres are a little bit worn. I got 2 last year for back to get through MOT and need 2 front ones. Rustic Garage, I've used before. Can I have 2 front tyres, please? Not a problem, sir. We'll get them done right away. Brilliant. And we went early. My plan was on Saturday, so I had Andy on Saturday. And the plan was to go do that. She wanted a fish. So I said, right, we're going to go get a fish. And I wanted some new threads for Saturday night. So I thought, we'll go get some threads. We'll go get a fish.
It's getting chipped.
That's what I said. The only fish you're getting is battered. So we went for a drive to York. 30 minutes, 25 minutes, something like that drive. Bit of banging up front of the car. And it annoys me because I know nothing about cars. Nothing. For a man, not being sexist, I think you should know something. If it's making a noise, I'm going, no, this is no joke. It was making a noise on way there. What did I do?
Turn radio up.
Turn radio up.
Yeah, good advice.
Turn radio up, can't hear it. Gets to York, does what I need to do, coming home, still banging. And then I'm trying to work out in my mind, what is it? There can't be wheels, can it? Because they've just put new ones on. So I wonder if they've done something that's maybe knocked something or it's made it loose or something like that. I don't know. Gets about 10 minutes into my journey home.
Hannah's going, I can't so laughing.
10 minutes into my journey home. Dump, 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 dump. Louder, louder, louder. Shit. Passenger side wheels falling off. And like just falling off. Just made a big hole inside the car, on front wing, just falling off at the side of the road. And I'm like stranded there in the middle of the road, like, well, what am I supposed to do now? And at the time, I don't know if I said this to you on Saturday. There's a lot of things I said to you on Saturday. I can't really remember. But I don't know if I was just in a decent mood, because normally that type of thing would have just proper pissed me off. But I'm like, right, what do I do now? What do I need to do? So I managed to get it off the road. Andy was all right. She wasn't scared or anything. I think she was a bit, but she didn't say anything. And I think in my mind, I thought, if I get a bit crazy here, it's going to upset her. And I didn't want to do that. So I was like, right, it is what it is, isn't it? We just need to sort it out. Got out of the car. We had a bit of a laugh and a joke about it. My insurance company's shit.
Hey.
They didn't want to know. They didn't want to know. So Sheila, you and your fucking wheels can piss right off.
Yo, Sheila's wheels. How've you done that? I thought it was for women only.
It's maybe why.
I thought Sheila's wheels like a women's
I
only
think
brand.
it used to be, but now I don't think it can just go, and we're just insuring women now.
No, you can do that. You just can't say we're only insuring men. That's not right.
Oh, okay.
But we can do it. You can do it the other way around.
So did that. Then I had to get it towed. So I had to get it on the back of it. You know, it's even more expensive than being frogged.
Being what?
Frogged. Towed. Frogged.
Oh, bloody hell. Straight over my head. Bloody hell. If anyone else got that, that was terrible.
I think everybody else would have got that. Do you know what was nice though? What was quite humbling? Stood at the side of the road. I must have been there, so I had to get someone to come pick Andy up. I had to get Mum to come and pick her up.
I was studying sun, mate.
I know. Do you know what I did as well? When I've been out shopping, I bought a t-shirt, and at the time I'd had a long sleeve t-shirt, and I thought, I can't get any sun here, so I quickly whipped that off, clean t-shirt on. Oh, it's sun. Hey, every cloud.
Was you laid on your bonnet?
No, I sat outside the road, but I was in sun.
Did you sit like on the curb?
There was like a bit of a grass verge on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was away from traffic. I wasn't like kicking cars. So sat in sun, talked to him with Ray's, got absolutely taken to town by getting my car picked up. But what choice have you got? This is as close to a hostage situation as I've ever been in. When somebody goes, you want to go home? Yes, I do, please. Right, it's going to cost you a lot of money. You're going to pay it?
No choice.
No choice. And I'm trying to think today of another situation where that is the case. I went to doctors the other week and got some medicine for doctors, and he was like, yeah, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you this, and I'm going to give you this. Brilliant. You're going to charge me for all that as well, aren't you? And that's another situation. If you want to get yourself better and
Has it stopped leaking?
medicine, there's a bit of oozing, but it's calmed down a lot.
Nice.
And it's from a different home.
I can say it doesn't know when you pee anymore.
It still does that, but I think that's just, I'm used to that.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of another situation where you're in a position to go, yeah, you want to get home? The only other thing is if it's like really late in the morning or early morning, you need a taxi, and the taxi driver goes, yeah, I'll do it. 100 quid. 100 quid.
The other thing I can think of is where it's the same situation where you're a captive audience. Do you know, like, say you get on an aeroplane and they go, right, long haul flight.
You want to eat?
Yeah, you want some food? Oh, that's $5. Bloody hell, do you know what I mean? Or you go somewhere, like, cinemas is quite that aspect, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everything's a bit expensive, but I suppose you can take things in cinema. But
You've still got a choice, haven't you?
Yeah,
Same as
yeah.
on a plane.
oh, yeah, you've got a
12-hour
choice,
plane.
but you didn't have a choice.
I'm like, what do I do?
Could have rang me, I'd have laughed and laughed inside the road again. I don't know, that could have helped you.
And that's kind of where my mind was going. I was like, what can I do today? Anyway, so sorted. Update.
Should we open a tour recovery company? For some
I
money in
think
it?
I should, yeah.
But it doesn't cost much to own a tour recovery.
I mean, you make money back in one trip, surely.
Camel tour?
Do you know what was nice, though? The guys that came to pick me up, absolute shout out to them, was absolute spot on. Brought me a drink and everything.
Charge for it. That'll be £3, please. Would you like a drink? Yes, please. Right, I said that to your bill, so it's now
Yeah. There was
£801.
There was a corking fee. Because he got me it was like a can of pop or a little glass bottle of Coke. So I said, I'll take that little glass bottle of Coke. How am I supposed to open it? He's like, oh, there's a bottle up there. Yeah, that's your corking fee, mate.
What, in his cabin he had like a fridge
He'd
with cold?
he'd just been and bought a couple of drinks because he knew it was hot.
Oh,
Just
he
because
genuinely
inside
bought
it.
you because you knew you was to the side of the road?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hot day.
clap that out, that's pretty
It was,
impressive.
like I said,
That's
absolutely
what he's saying to you, Matt, just has them all the time.
Yeah, probably just robbed.
And when it's raining, he comes and goes, I brought you a brolly, mate.
Yeah.
I'm so nice, here's a brolly.
Yeah, here's all these ice cream, all melted. Quick update for you.
Go on.
Been back to the garage today. They
Oh,
put the wheel on.
Now this is where I'm interested in this side of the story.
Yeah. So all the way. So I've been at work today. I thought I'll go after work. Bear in mind, I'd rung them on Saturday to say, this has happened. I'll be in Monday. Do you not worry, pal. I'll be in Monday. With an aggressive voice. So driving there from work, all in my mind going, right, you're a dickhead. I'm going to tell you this. I'm taking you to a car. I'm doing this, that. Oh, you have not met the wrath until you've met me. Gets there, says, right, so he says, oh, Black Cleo, yeah. I'll come out and have a look. Yeah, so I said, I just want to sort it out. Don't want to be a dick about it. Just want to get it sorted out. He says, no worries, we'll sort it out for you.
Nice, that's really impressive.
So he's going to do it. He's going to pay for towing.
Towing?
Yeah, I even said to him, where do you know somebody that can do this? Because if not, I've got to take it to Renault and it's going to cost more money. I don't want to pay for it either to then have to go, can you give me this money back?
Yeah.
So I just said, look, do you know anybody that does it? He says, I'll ring my boss now. He rings his boss. He goes, yeah, take some pictures. I know some people might be able to do it for you. I'm not bothered who does it.
No.
Get it back
As
to
long
where
as
it
it's the
was.
same colour black and
Yeah.
not green. I don't think, hey, what's that?
Yeah.
Well, I got it from Scrapman. You got a purple wing now.
And he's got like a big
Daisy
on
sign
it.
on it. Yeah.
Oh, no,
Sorry.
As a treat, I've put you them eyelashes on your laps.
Only on one side though.
So they're going to sort it. So at the moment, they're going to sort it. Today, they're going to sort it. Whether that changes tomorrow when they ring me,
Oh,
I don't know.
how would that change?
I don't know. But until it's done, I'm always a bit sceptic. But credit to him, he said he'll sort it. It's one of them situations where I've been obviously telling people at work today, and they're like, I'll get them sued, I'd get a claim in. I'm not bothered about all that. Just put my car back to normal, make sure I'm not out of pocket.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered with, oh man, yeah, it's put me in so much shock. I can't get an erection now.
Can you not? Oh shit. Fall
I
lad.
tried you.
You fall lad.
But do you know what I mean?
That'd be brilliant. You go, oh, I don't bloody work.
It's fallen off my left bollock.
Is it me bloody hand?
Yeah, I can't be bothered with all that. Just you've made an error.
Oh,
You've openly admitted
Yeah.
to it. Put it back. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Probably won't go back there for me tires. I'll be honest.
Really?
I don't know.
Because
I've been there before. and
that,
absolutely no problems.
as rubbish as that sounds, that can happen anywhere.
Yeah.
And as well, I'm not. I'll do it off the podcast. What I'm going to say.
But I tell you what, if I do go back there, they're going to make sure it's right.
Well, before you leave, you go, yeah, that's on the road, good to go. We're driving up now, kicking tyres. Literally, that's why you kick a tyre. Did you do your man thing and kick a tyre?
No.
That's why you kick a tyre, to make sure the tyre's not loose, mate. What do you think you're kicking it for?
I don't know. Test your trainers. So that's been my week. It's been pretty average.
That sounds exciting, not average.
But let's do this week's topic. We'll do this week's topic, and it is what? What are we talking about this week?
Advice. Best advice.
Would you
you've been
call it
given.
dadvice?
Oh, I like what you've done there. I wouldn't just call it advice. But I like what you've done.
No, I like what I've done.
So,
What? I was just going to say, what's your best? Do you have advice, or should we save that to the end?
I don't know. I'm one of these people, do you know, I'll take a nice quote, or if someone gives me a quote, I'll go, oh, I quite like that. That's quite a good thing. But I'm not one to tell people how to be.
Yeah.
I'm a bit middle-aged, guys, in the fact that if you want to go do that, go do that. You don't need me to tell you to go do that. You don't need me to inspire you to do something.
One size don't fit all as well.
Yeah, I'm hardly Mr. Inspiring, am I? Do you know, I'm hardly like, oh, look at that trendsetter.
I think as well, what we've talked about right from the very start of this is that we're just winging this. We're winging this parenting lark.
Oh, yeah.
What worked for us might not work for you.
Yeah.
What works for somebody else will maybe work for somebody else.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so like I say, I don't really go out there and regurgitate advice, or if someone gives me some great advice, no, I quite like that. But then you won't find me then going, hey, you should do this. This is brilliant, sort of thing.
I don't even like recommending stuff for people. I've recommended TV programs. Remember when I lent you a DVD?
Oh, God, it was really
Honestly, very good film.
I don't know.
And you hated it.
I'm going to say it was
You
awful.
thought it was a joke.
Yeah. Oh, not about that film. What about it? I'm joking. Yeah. So, yeah, you left me the DVD. Me and Amy sat down and thinking, right, we'll watch this. And when it first started, I thought it was going to be like Remember the Titans. So we sat watching Remember the Titans, a brilliant film. So I started thinking, huh. And then we got halfway through and I was like, I looked at Amy, she looked at me, I was like, is he taking piss here? Is he like just found some really bad thing? Watched him 10 and 40, he's horrific and gone, I know what, I'll convince them to watch this.
We'll watch this.
And then I texted you over and I was like, are you taking piss here? What's going on? And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, this is the shittiest film I've ever seen in my life. And he was like, no, it's really good. And I was like, look at him. He says he's not taking piss, but this is horrific. It was proper horrific as a film.
So I don't, same as eating out. If I eat out and you have a bad experience, you're going to blame me. So I just go, oh, well, I went somewhere and it was nice.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that, but I'm not going to go, you must.
Good. I'm saying, yes, if I've been somewhere food-wise, like, oh, I loved it there. It was really good. Like, do you know, like a Lanka?
Yeah.
I don't say to people, oh, you should go to Lanka. I always go, oh, I love doing Lanka. Really good portions. But I wouldn't say, you must go to Lanka.
Lanka.
What?
Just sounds funny.
But you're a Lanka. Yeah, it was one of those things where it was like, for me, for ages, it was like a best kept secret because it's only a little place. I was concerned that, you know, if too many people went, it'd like maybe lose its magic or, you know, get above itself a little bit. That'd been terrible.
Billy Big Bollocks.
Well, you know,
just look at me with the L on my anchor.
Do you know when someone gets like, so say they had so much produce come in, but then they're getting so much turnover? Well, the only way to keep up with that would be to thin out the
cheaper.
Yeah, or thin out what you're giving. So your portion's massive, but they give half and half to people. That's my concern. I won't get fed as much.
This is why I don't recommend stuff to people.
I try not to. But yeah, who am I to tell people what to do?
Exactly.
Unless it's in work.
But have you got some sound advice?
Yeah, always check your nuts before you set off in your car.
Yes.
That was me opening gambit for today. You must always check your nuts.
Check your
but
nuts.
that's sound advice for all men anyway.
Always
regardless if your car
nuts.
wheel's going to fall off, but you should always check your nuts anyway.
Maybe get somebody else to check your nuts just to make sure your nuts are all right.
But the problem with getting someone else to check your nuts is they've got nothing to compare with because they don't know what they felt like in the first place.
What do you mean feel like?
Pardon?
You're not kicking these nuts.
That's fine. But yeah.
Which nuts are you talking about?
Which nuts are you talking about?
Obviously, don't be checking other people's nuts if you've got allergies.
Or if they don't consent to you touching nuts.
Okay.
And don't touch people's nuts.
Maybe you should have gone.
That's a big one. Don't
Should've
touch
gone there
people's
first.
nuts. But yeah, always check
Good
your
bit of advice.
Always check your nuts.
Check your nuts. Don't check other people's nuts until you've asked them.
Unless they consent to you checking nuts.
Consent.
So you could say, look, I'm checking nuts today. Checking my own nuts. And that's as far as it goes. Because to be fair, I don't want to check anyone else's nuts.
Don't do it at the urinal.
or look at other nuts.
So a lot of advice here already.
Yeah, do you know what I'm really bad for?
Checking
No,
missing.
urinal etiquette. You just mentioned urinals. I'm that person that if there's 3 empty, I'll just go straight to the middle just to
You do.
annoy the people.
You do. It's so you can see more nuts, isn't it?
No, it's because I like to be annoying. Because I know that the next person, because I'm not bothered, I will happily just wee wherever I need to wee, because if I need to wee, I'm weeing. Hence, when we went to Barcelona and peed in a bottle, I'll do it. That was good. But anyway,
Good.
I know it'll annoy other people, which I quite like as a funny thing.
Okay.
So, but anyway, that's me.
So a bit of advice: if you see Leon at the urinal, go in a cubicle.
Yeah, because you'll end up standing next to you.
Staring at your pee-pee.
I don't stare at pee-pees.
Okay. Just look, glance.
No.
No, never.
Not interested. No, I don't think so.
No.
I'm wow.
Liar.
Too busy concentrating on trying to get mine out.
What bit of advice have you got?
Is yours next?
Oh, shall I
We've
go?
got tit for tat, mate.
Well, I've got quite a few.
Oh, here we go.
So do you want me to go? Shall I just read a few out?
I've got a few. When you look at your list to my list, have you got more than me?
Yeah, got loads more.
All right. Greedy.
Pull out. Never miss a good opportunity to shut up. Giving is better than receiving. It's not what you spend that makes you what you're worth. It's what you save. There's some deep ones in here. It's easier to ask forgiveness than it is to ask for permission. Kids cost more than condoms. Good bit of advice there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Work for what you want. Handouts can stop being handed out.
Work for what you want. Handouts can be stopped. Okay. Deep.
My dad told me, this is from Pat Farrell. Pat says, my dad told me life advice at 8 years old. I'll never forget. He said, son, whatever you do, don't have sex with more than 7 women in one day. I mean, some pretty sound advice. Get to 6 and go, sorry, love. I'm done.
Is that because you end like a red end? Like
Don't-
Rudolph's nose by the time you're any more, mate, they'll be dropping off.
Never let other people's actions dictate your character.
Yeah.
Anything with tits or wheels will give you problems.
Anything with tits or wheels, yeah, it's true.
Hence I found out this week.
Yeah, literally.
And then the car.
Ding,
This
ding.
is a good one. Don't put your fingers anywhere you won't put your dick.
Oh, I've got that. So never put your hand where you'd never put your willy.
I think that.
That's factory workers. So if you're in a lot of factory places, you'll see, don't put your hand where you would put your willy. Because obviously people stick their hands in machines, don't they? So would you stick your dick in there? No, depends what sort of pleasure you can get off it.
Depends how many machines. If you've done 6 machines before, you've got 1 more to go.
But yeah.
Only 2 places you'll see real friends is in a hospital bed or in jail. It's a fair point, that, isn't it? If you're in a hospital, people come and see you. If you're in
Yeah,
jail, people come and see you. True friends.
Would you come see me if I was in jail?
Yeah, I'd love it.
Would you?
Yeah, absolutely, I would, yeah. I'd probably rather see you in jail than in hospital, to be fair.
You learned every dick out on bed. I've got a couple then. So outside of a museum, never put your hand into a hole that you can't see into.
Outside of a museum.
Yeah, so in museums, you've got the things where you stick your hands in holes, don't you? You know what's in it.
Yeah.
But outside of that, never stick your hand in the hole you can't see into.
Like a glory hole.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, that's really
Don't
nice.
put anything through that.
But yeah, sound advice.
That is a good bit of advice, that. Don't go cheap on toilet roll.
True. I'm a luxury toilet roll man.
You do, aren't you?
Love a good bit of toilet roll. Anything that's not saved will be lost.
Anything that's not saved will be lost.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Do you?
I think so.
Sell your face.
I think so. Practice saying I was sorry for when I got married. That will just come naturally.
Nice. I've got one for you. Practice doesn't make perfect, it makes permanent. Correct practice makes perfect.
Mic drop. Boom. We're out. Thank you very much. This has been the Laptops Podcast.
That's something my teacher told me at school when I was a kid. That practice makes permanence. If you do something wrong all the time, you're just going to be permanently doing
Was this the teacher that played chess with you?
No, different teacher. My PE teacher, he was a quality teacher, Mr. Cooper. Big shout out to Mr. Cooper. But yeah, that's struck me quite a lot. Like just because you do something all the time doesn't make it right or doesn't make it going to be very good. If you do something correctly all the time, then you're going to get good at something and get proficient.
Yeah, I can see that.
I like it. It's a good one.
I like it. A lot of these quotes I've got are quite aimed at boys. It's quite a manly quote.
I've got something I didn't realise till I had a girl.
Oh,
That you always wipe back to front, never front to back.
you always wipe back to front.
No, front to back,
You always wipe front to back.
not back to front. So for a boy, it doesn't matter. We can wipe whichever way we want.
Why would you be wiping back to front?
Because sometimes, so you stick your hand through your legs to wipe.
Really?
We go around the back, if that makes sense. But
Yeah.
you have to teach a young'un to go round the back and not through the front. Because if they wipe from back to front, then you're wiping poo into you know it. But I didn't know that was a thing until obviously.
You just thought everybody just naturally went
But yeah,
gooch to tail.
have you seen that thing about Jason Manford where it's like he did like a survey for like on his stand-up talk, and there's two types of people that wipe the bum. Those that sit down.
Only two?
No, those that sit down, those that stand up. The ones that sit down don't realise the ones that stand up, and the ones that stand up to wipe the bum don't realise that other people sit down. So it's one of those things where you go, yeah, I do that. But everyone who stands up thinks that's a normal, but there's a lot of people that sit down to do it. Are you a stander or a sitter?
I'm a sitter.
Yeah, I'm a sitter.
I think I used to be a stander.
To be fair, sometimes I do stand up, turn around, and lean outside, and then give it a go.
Lean
Oh god, it's a mess in here.
Get a towel
Oh
out.
god, it's sweaty like trying to wipe my ass.
I'm sweating. I asked this question at work today, and Scott at work came out with a decent bit of advice. He's got one daughter, and he said it was very impressive what he said, but it says through like natural evolution, and we're designed to reproduce. You know, we meet a mate and we do that, bump uglies, and then a little bit later, he said you don't have to. That was his advice.
You don't have to.
You don't have to have children.
No, you don't.
You don't.
You don't.
You don't.
But that's our main function.
What, having children?
Yeah, there's
Reproduction.
Yeah, reproduction is hard drived into us.
I think.
because
Because it's only us that do nookie for fun.
us and dolphins, I reckon, don't they? The ones that have sex for
Yeah.
pleasure. But everything's hardwired for survival of the fittest, isn't it?
I'll show that dolphin.
But yeah, we're hardwired to survival of the fittest. Like up until the last whatever, it's been natural that a man and woman naturally come together. Do you know? Because it's an instinct, isn't it? Type thing. Let's not get too deep into this.
Yeah, we like to. Some more. Never shake a man's hand sitting down.
Do you know what? I must have been given that sort of thing. I don't recall someone saying that, but I hate it. And if I'm sat where I'm doing interviews or something like that, and someone comes to shake your hand, I have to like sort of stand up and do the awkward half stand because I don't like somebody higher than me. I feels awkward. Like, say someone came to talk to me and I'm sat down in my chair, but they came and stood over me to talk to me, I would naturally stand up. I don't like someone like not talking down to me, but I'll elevate myself back up. So I've got, I don't know if it's like a fight or flight thing, but so I'm in more of a postural position that we're both of equal sort of thing.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I can't think someone's told me that and gone, should never do that sort of thing. But I have this thing, like I say, I hate it when someone like they come to shake me hand and I'm sat down. I'll naturally get myself up out of the chair.
Yeah, I think I'd be the same as that. And it wasn't till I don't know if it's something we've talked about before, about sat and shaking hands. It's something I've never kind of consciously gone, oh, I can't sit down and shake hands. But it's something that I definitely do.
Yeah.
It'd be a bit rude, I think.
Do you have a firm handshake?
Oh, big time.
Because that's like a thing, isn't it? That they say you should always have a manly handshake. You should always.
Nobody wants a limp fish, do they?
No. I have shook some people's hands where I'm like, what? Why did you squeeze my hand so hard, man?
Why is your hand so wet?
Is that me?
I noticed actually when I was out on Saturday, I did a lot of hugging.
Yeah, I didn't do too much hugging.
I'm not a hugger either.
I am when I get drunk. I get a bit more like space invader. I'll happily come into people's space more, but I'm not naturally a person that would come into someone's space or get close to someone. Whereas if I've had a couple of drinks, I do get close. Do you know what I'm really struggling with? And it came up really balanced that night. I am getting deaf. To the point where I was talking to some people, I'm staring at lips like that. I'm looking at someone's lips, and I must think, "What is wrong with this kid?" I'm like that.
Look at my face, for God's sake.
I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, what is that? But I found myself doing it loads, and I do know I do that because depending on what's going on in a room, I'll find myself like not reading lips because I'm not reading lips, but I'm having to concentrate on what's being said. I'm getting really, really bad for it to the point where I think I might need to get my ears tested really and get an hearing aid sorted because it's been going on for ages where I'm reading lips and stuff more. I like reading lips.
Camel toe. If there's anything you want to try or do and it's not hurting anyone, go ahead and do it.
If there's anything you want to try or do, but it's not hurting anyone, then go do it. True that.
Yeah, I like that. Just really, really simple.
I've got one for you. If no one comes from the future to stop you doing it, then how bad of a decision can it really be?
Yeah, very similar, isn't it?
Yeah,
very similar. Just do it. I'm into just trying stuff. If it don't work out, what's the worst that can happen? Like say, if you're not hurting anybody, just go do it. But then, no, just go do it.
Yeah, I do think some advice is shallow and meaningless. So, for an example, like Taylor Swift said, follow your dreams and everything will come true, sort of thing. But that's like saying to a lottery winner, liquidize all your assets and go buy lottery tickets.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's chance, right place, right time. She pretty much, I know Taylor Swift's a bad example because I think she's got famous family this year. But there's a lightning 1 in a million chance that she got to where she is. There's other people that probably got the same sort of talent, just not in the right place at the right time.
Is she related to the people that own the caravans?
Yes, yeah.
That's where she got her cash from.
I worked for them for 2 weeks. It was actually Gateway Fabrications, but I was dropping caravan chassis off for 2 weeks. I was a lorry man's mate. It was the worst.
Lorry man's
yeah,
mate.
honestly.
Not even a lorry man.
No. So he was.
This the work we used to sleep in his cab?
I used to go sleep. Yeah. So,
did he touch you?
No, he doesn't. But yeah, I was getting in the morning, really early, at 5, whatever, and I was only 16. I think it was just as I left school. So I get in the morning, and this guy did not want to talk to me, but I was like agency cover, and his normal mate was on annual leave, so I was covering for 2 weeks. So I get in the morning. You all right? How you doing? Yeah, good. Well, pretty much I was like, what do you want me to do? He's like, well, you just sit there, because obviously I only need you. If we break down, then you can help me, with traffic and stuff like that. I have no training, by the way. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I've been late on the job. So I gets in, sat in this cab. I've got my pack up with my feet. Do you know what I mean? I'm sat there. And we drove from Gilberdike.
10 minutes in, pack up, go.
Yeah, we drove from Gilberdike to Hull, back 3 times. We'd do that in the morning, then have a dinner, and then we'd do it 3 more times. And pretty much we got to Gilberdike. They'd lift 3 chassis onto the back of this wagon, strap it down. He's doing the strapping down, not me. I'm not allowed out of the cab or whatever. We drive to the other end. It's unloaded with the loads of guys. He gets out to make sure it's off there, signs the paperwork, gets back in. We drive back to Gilberdike to pick up some more chassis and back off. And I'm just sat in a car all day and this van going, what's going on here? Do you know what I mean? It was brilliant.
Best job ever.
Yeah, I just slept most of the time. Especially in the morning, I'd get in and I would sleep for the first 2 runs at least. To the point where I'd wake up, which journey we're on? We're on journey 4, mate. I'm like, bloody hell.
It's Thursday.
Easiest money I've ever made, that job.
2 minutes of pleasure isn't worth 18 years of misery.
Yeah. That's saying that kids are a misery. Ruin your life.
I think it's saying you can manage 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't sweat the petty things and don't pet the sweaty things.
Yeah, true that. Don't worry about little things that you're going to look back in 6 months' time and laugh about.
Yeah.
So, do you know what I mean? Depends how serious it is.
I think same with my car like this week. I just think you can get too hepped up in little things. If it's going to sort itself out, it's going to sort itself out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why? Life's full of.
It'd be now that you'd be entitled to get aggravated if they'd gone, nah, not my problem.
Yeah, absolutely. But all I would have done is
Small claims got.
Yeah, I'd have done something about it. I'd have gone the other way. Any more?
No, I think I'm done actually.
I've got my top 3.
Top 3 advice.
I'll give you top 3. These are my top 3 bits of advice for you, for anybody that's still listening. Always pay before you get in the car.
True that.
Something I was taught years ago. Just make sure wherever you go in, have a wee. Because as soon as you get in the car, you can guarantee boom, traffic. Same with kids. If you've got kids, make them pay before you leave. They'll still need to pay 10 minutes down the road, but at least you've done your bit. That's number 3. In at number 2, just don't be a dick.
Sad.
Is it though? Just don't be a dick. You know, like if you're parking, do you need to park over a space and a half?
Depends if you've got an expensive car or not.
Well, exactly, just don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Don't park your car somewhere where you could potentially get it bumped if you've got an expensive car. You park somewhere else. Just stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Do you know one thing that's really got me recently? Is, you know, when you're in queue at the supermarket and there'll be like a couple in front of you and they're on thing, they're putting their stuff on, and one of them pisses off somewhere else and goes finish rest at shopping and comes back. But that's not how it works. You're in the queue. That's the final destination. You can't go, oh, I'm in queue, I'm just going to go get milk, bread, eggs and cheese.
No one's going to get that many stuff. They forgot one thing, haven't they?
Fuck off. There was a woman in Lidl the other day. She must have been gone 25 minutes. I thought she wasn't going to come back.
Do you know what I hear about Lidl? They don't give you a chance to pack your fucking bags.
Launching it at you.
And the other thing is, I know you're meant to pack your bags away from the till, aren't you? I don't have a chance to get it off the thing into my trolley again. It's coming down that quick.
Yeah. Bad times.
Yeah, first world problems.
First world problems. Oh, all my shopping.
Yeah, fucking hell. My friend gets a little bit crushed.
My number one tip, bit of advice, is don't complain if you've got wet feet if you're pissing into the wind.
Don't complain if you've got wet feet and you're pissing into the wind. True that?
I cannot bear people that go, oh, I'm so skinned. Oh, I've just bought a Gucci handbag. I've got 15 pairs of shoes. Oh, I've eaten out every night this week. Oh, what a nightmare. Don't complain, your skin. People that go, oh, I'm so tired. What time you got to bed last night? Oh, 3 o'clock in the morning. Got up at 6. Fuck off. I can't bear it.
No. I'll just cancel them off my complaints for next week. I have actually got some advice for you.
Oh.
So, yeah, just you, mate. Just you.
Shit.
Before you open your mouth.
This is just for me, isn't it?
No. Just take time to think that you don't know what's going on in someone's life or what they're going through.
Yeah.
So I work in a customer service role, and people love to either moan, complain, or proper ramp things up. But in the grand scheme of things, it's probably the most trivial thing. But that could be that one thing that tips. And I appreciate sometimes things are not how you want them to be. But there's a right way and a wrong way about venting or complaining or doing things or things.
Yeah.
And your service standard might not be what other people are capable of even doing. So your expectations could be set off. So just think about before you.
But then, from your point of view on the receiving end of that, you got to think about what's going on in their life. That might be the one major important thing they do, that they cannot have a cup of tea and your cafe shut. That might just tip them off. That might just tip them on. So it works both ways.
It does, which then I would be sympathetic and say, look, you know what I mean? But it's how people go about.
Yeah, what we consider really trivial, other people build it up, don't they? You know,
some advice is flawed, then, isn't it? Really?
No, it's not. No, it's 100% right, but you've got to think of it from both sides. If you're that person on the receiving end of it, just go, look, it is what it is. We'll sort it out. Let's get to the root of the problem.
Yeah.
And that person on that end needs to go, actually, it's not that major, is it? If, my badminton court's not set up on time.
Stop talking about my size. Nothing to do with that. I'm saying in general.
In general. But it's the same minute on my meal, Kevin. You said it was going to be 10 minutes and it's been 15 minutes.
Wait, I put my cafe.
I was thinking takeaway. Have you got a listener problem?
We have got a listener problem. Now, it's not a problem. It's they want a question answering.
Uh-oh.
So
they want advice.
They want advice on settling an argument. So Rosie Newman has said, can you answer this question for me and my friend? We both disagree. One thinks one way, one thinks the other way.
So where'd you keep your ketchup?
No, so because this one of them lines. So Rosie says that cereal is just cold soup. Do you agree or disagree? And we need to settle the argument for her.
Cereal is cold soup. My natural instinct is to disagree. Because if I was to eat soup cold, I feel it's got a little bit more liquidy. I feel cereal's cold.
Yeah, but it's only like having a beef broth in it, or a chicken and mushroom with all the lumpy bits in it, isn't it?
Nah,
Croutons, veggie one.
I'm thinking like Cocoa Pops.
Yeah.
A lot of cereals are chocolatey as well. You don't get chocolatey soup.
No, but she's saying it's a version of. Isn't it just another version of cold soup? Isn't it just not a version of soup? That cereals are just a form of soup. I disagree with it. I don't think it is, by the way. I'm not saying it
I've
is.
never heard this before. Is this just an argument that they have? Is this something that
I don't know.
anyone else has ever had? I was asking the urethra. Do you remember the urethra?
Your urethra. I don't know. That's all I've got. Let's just ask. Can we settle the question for her? So thank you for emailing in, because it came from an email. So thanks for that. I don't think it's soup, Rosie.
I'm saying no.
So just you.
I'm saying sorry, but I'd like to know if anybody else thinks it's
I
soup.
think we stick this on the poll to help her out.
Yeah, along with the flag.
Boy.
What kind of poll?
The Insta poll.
Oh, right. I was thinking floor to ceiling.
The dance poll.
Mm-hmm.
We had that for ages.
No, we don't have we?
Oh. Did you know? I didn't realise. I used to think that women span around that, as in like they were spinning.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I've got on one, the ball span around. I'm like, oh, that's a con. Fake. Con me out of it. I thought they were lubed up and really slippery and was really agile on the blue thing. But actually, they're not spinning around, are they? The pole moves. I didn't know.
The poll moves. I need to go 5 minutes by myself now.
Why?
Just the lubed up stuff thing he said. Let's do this again next week. I will see you next Thursday.
Stay safe.
Peace, man.
Yeah, you too, mate.